Hello, friends. I'm glad you're here, especially if you're in the later stages of life like I am. There's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, something that's been hard to ignore. After all these years, raising kids, working hard, saving for the future, one thing is becoming abundantly clear to me. We've been sold a pack of lies. We were told that the key to happiness lay in climbing the career ladder, buying the house, securing the retirement, and living a life that looks successful. But now, as I sit in these golden years, I'm realizing that this blueprint wasn't the answer. The truth is, many of us have reached the milestones we were supposed to reach, but something's still missing. We've worked. We've saved. We've played by the rules. And yet, when we look back, there's a nagging feeling that we've been chasing the wrong things all along. It's never too late to start living a life that feels meaningful to us, not just the life we were told to pursue. So, if you're ready to explore these ideas with me, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reflections on what really matters in the later years of life. 1. The illusion of success. For most of our lives, we were taught that success was something tangible. It was about getting the job, building a career, buying the house, and accumulating possessions. These were the milestones we strived for. The markers that society told us defined a successful life. And for many of us, this blueprint made sense. We worked hard, raised families, saved up for the future, and checked off the boxes that were supposed to lead to happiness. But now, looking back from where we stand today, something doesn't feel right. We've reached the milestones we were told would make us happy. Well-paying jobs, stable homes, financial security. And yet, many of us still find ourselves wondering, is this really all there is? Sure, we have things to be proud of. But somehow, these achievements don't bring the fulfillment we expected. We were promised that happiness would come when we finally made it. But it hasn't arrived in the way we imagined. The truth is, success as defined by society is often shallow. It's built on external validation and possessions that, in the end, don't satisfy the deeper needs of the soul. Real success, the kind that truly nourishes us, isn't found in how much we have or how far we've climbed the ladder. It's found in our personal fulfillment, the joy we get from pursuing passions that light us up, and the relationships we nurture along the way. True success comes from living a life that feels meaningful, not just one that looks good on paper. As we've grown older, many of us realize that the things we chased, wealth, titles, and status, weren't what we needed to feel content. What we needed was connection, purpose, and the courage to live authentically. We don't need to wait until the end of our lives to start rethinking what success really means. It's time to stop measuring our worth by external markers and start looking inward to see what truly makes our hearts sing. In the end, success isn't about what we have. It's about who we are and the impact we have on those around us. 2. The myth of stability. For most of our lives, stability was considered the gold standard. We were told that the key to happiness was creating a solid, predictable life, secure jobs, stable marriages, well-behaved children, and a house to call home. We followed this roadmap, believing that if we just played it safe, everything would fall into place. And for a while, it seemed to work. In our younger years, We found comfort in stability. The steady paycheck, the familiar routine, it all felt like the right path. After all, who doesn't want security? Who doesn't want to know that they've built a foundation that will last? Stability brought us peace of mind, the reassurance that we were doing the right thing and securing a future for ourselves and our families. But now, as we look back on those years, the truth begins to reveal itself. Stability, while important, isn't the answer to happiness. In fact, it can be a trap. It often leads to monotony and unfulfilled desires. We get stuck in routines, too afraid to step outside the lines and take risks. We become so focused on maintaining everything that we forget to ask ourselves, is this really the life I want to live? Over the years, many of us have sacrificed passions, dreams, and personal joys for the sake of keeping everything stable. We stayed in jobs we didn't love, avoided adventures for fear of disrupting the order of things, and put off things we truly cared about just to keep the wheel turning smoothly. And now, in our later years, we realize that the stability we fought so hard to preserve has kept us from fully living. True happiness isn't found in playing it safe. It's found in embracing change, taking risks, and pursuing what makes us feel alive. It's about venturing beyond the comfort zone and exploring new possibilities, even when they seem uncertain or scary. Stability can give us a foundation, but it shouldn't limit us from chasing our dreams, trying new things, or stepping into the unknown. In the end, life is about growth and change. Stability may offer comfort, but true fulfillment comes when we embrace life's unpredictability and allow ourselves the freedom to grow beyond the walls we've built. It's never too late to take that first step, to break free from the monotony, and to begin living life with intention and passion. 3. Retirement. The great disappointment. For most of our lives, we were told that retirement would be the grand finale, the reward after decades of hard work. We worked tirelessly, saving, sacrificing, and waiting for the day when we could finally relax, kick back, and enjoy the fruits of our labor. The idea was that once we reached retirement, everything would fall into place. We'd have time to travel, spend time with loved ones, and do all the things we'd put off for years. It sounded like the perfect ending to a well-lived life. But now that many of us are in retirement, we're beginning to realize that it isn't the idyllic phase we imagined. Yes, there's more free time, fewer obligations, and the freedom to do whatever we want. But all too often, that initial excitement fades quickly, leaving us with a sense of emptiness or loss. For some, the structure and routine that work provided are suddenly gone, and without it, life feels directionless. The question many of us face is, what now? Retirement was supposed to be the time when we could finally do all the things we dreamed of, but instead, it sometimes feels like we're waiting for something to happen, not quite sure what that something is. Some miss the social interactions that work provided, while others find themselves struggling with restlessness. For many, health issues or financial concerns have created additional challenges, making the transition even harder. But here's the truth. Retirement doesn't have to be the end of the road. In fact, it can be the beginning of something new. While it's natural to feel uncertain or lost in this new phase, it also presents a unique opportunity for reinvention. It's a chance to explore passions we never had time for before, to try new activities, to learn new skills, and to discover what truly brings us joy. This isn't to say that retirement is easy or free of challenges, but it is a time to reframe what this stage of life can be. Instead of seeing retirement as a time of decline, think of it as a fresh start. It's a chance to live life on your own terms, to pursue what truly excites you, and to create a new sense of purpose. You may not be living the ideal retirement you once envisioned, but you can still make this phase of life meaningful. Remember, it's never too late to start something new. Embrace the opportunity to reinvent yourself, explore what makes you feel alive, and create a retirement that reflects who you are today, not just the person you were before. 4. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a choice. For most of our lives, we were led to believe that happiness was something to be achieved. We thought it would come when we reached certain milestones, when we got the right job, bought the house, saved enough money, or reached retirement. We were taught that happiness was a destination, something that would arrive once we had everything in place. But now, as we've lived through many of those milestones, we're starting to see the truth. Happiness is not a destination. It's not something that comes after we've checked everything off our to-do list or achieved the perfect life. Happiness is a choice. It's something we create every day, in the small moments that often go unnoticed. The truth is, we've spent so many years chasing external markers of success, thinking that they would bring us happiness. We believed that once we had the right house, the right job, or the right amount in the bank, everything would fall into place, and happiness would just show up. But for many of us, even after we achieved all those things, happiness remained elusive. That's because true happiness isn't dependent on what we own or where we are in life. It's about how we choose to experience the world around us. Happiness is found in the simple, everyday moments, the laughter shared with a friend, the joy of a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, the comfort of a walk in nature, the warmth of a hug. It's found in the connections we make with others, the love we give and receive, and the small acts of kindness that make life richer. And the best part? We don't have to wait for some distant future to start living with happiness. We can choose it now. Happiness is a decision we make each day. It's about how we frame our experiences, how we appreciate the present moment, and how we focus on the things that bring us joy, no matter how small they may seem. So, if you've been waiting for happiness to arrive once everything in your life falls into place, I encourage you to stop. Start looking for happiness in the little things, in the moments that happen today. Happiness isn't something we find at the end of a long journey. It's something we can create right now by choosing to focus on what truly brings us joy. It's within your reach, every single day. 5. The fear of change. As we grow older, many of us develop a deep-seated fear of change. After decades of building routines, creating stability, and finding comfort in the familiar, the thought of disrupting that balance can feel overwhelming. Change, especially in the later years of life, often seems like something to avoid, something that might bring confusion or discomfort. We fear it because it feels uncertain, and the last thing we want at this stage is to face the unknown. But here's the truth. Change is not the enemy. In fact, change is a necessary part of life, and it can be one of the most powerful forces for growth, fulfillment, and deeper connection. As we age, change can be a doorway to new possibilities, a way to break free from the limitations we've unknowingly placed on ourselves. It's easy to believe that we should hold on tightly to what we know, that embracing change means we're losing something valuable. But in reality, resisting change often means resisting opportunities for growth. Whether it's trying something new, meeting new people, or simply adjusting our mindset, change opens doors to experiences we may have never imagined. Change doesn't have to mean drastic upheaval or starting over from scratch. It can be as simple as changing the way we approach our daily routines, pursuing a passion we've put off for years, or adopting a new perspective on life. In fact, the older we get, the more we have the opportunity to embrace change on our own terms, doing what feels right for us. Not because society says we should, but because we want to. At any age, we are capable of reinventing ourselves. We can choose to take on new challenges, learn new skills, or engage in activities that bring us joy and purpose, whether it's picking up a new hobby, traveling to a place we've always dreamed of, or simply being open to new friendships. Embracing change allows us to expand our horizons and enrich our lives in ways we never thought possible. The fear of change may never fully disappear, but it's important to remember that we have the power to choose how we respond to it. Instead of seeing change as something to fear, we can start viewing it as a gift, an opportunity to grow, to discover, and to connect more deeply with the world around us. So, don't let fear hold you back. Embrace change and allow it to lead you to new experiences that will bring growth, fulfillment, and a richer connection to yourself and others. Change is not the end. It's the beginning of something new and beautiful. 6. The legacy we leave behind. As we enter the later years of life, the question of legacy often comes to the forefront. What will we be remembered for? What will our lives have meant when all is said and done? It's natural to reflect on these things as we grow older, to wonder if the work we've done, the things we've accumulated, and the lives we've touched will leave a lasting imprint on the world. For so much of our lives, we've been taught that legacy is about what we achieve, the job titles, the money in the bank, the homes we've owned, and the things we've accumulated. We were led to believe that the more we have, the more significant our legacy will be. But as we age and reflect on our journey, we realize that this view of legacy is incomplete. The truth is, our legacy isn't about the material things we leave behind. It's about the impact we've had on the people around us, the love we've shared, and the relationships we've built. The most meaningful legacy we can leave is one of kindness, compassion, and connection. It's not about the number of trophies or accolades we collect, but the lives we touch and the hearts we open. Think back to the people who have had the most profound impact on your life. Was it their wealth, their achievements, or their possessions that made a difference to you? Or was it their kindness, their support, their ability to listen and offer love when you needed it most? What we often forget is that our true legacy is formed in the moments we share with others, the love we give, the time we spend, and the way we make others feel. Whether it's the small acts of kindness, the advice we offer, or the unconditional love we show, these are the things that truly define us. Our legacy is built on relationships, on the way we treat others, and the memories we create together. At this stage in life, we can begin to focus more on the quality of our relationships and the depth of the connections we make. We don't need to have millions in the bank or a long list of accomplishments to leave behind something meaningful. What matters most is how we show up for the people we care about, the way we love and support them, and the moments we share that will be remembered long after we're gone. In the end, the legacy we leave is not measured by what we own, but by how we make others feel. It's about the love we shared and the relationships we nurtured along the way. This is the legacy that will endure long after the material things fade away. It's never too late to change, to grow, and to live fully. You have the power to make this chapter of your life the most fulfilling one yet. Choose happiness, choose change, and choose to live authentically. Your journey is far from over. It's just beginning. It's time to rewrite the script. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to leave you with one powerful thought. It's time to rewrite the script of your life. Too often, we let the expectations of others, or the path we thought we were supposed to follow, dictate how we live. But the truth is, this is your story, and you have the power to make it whatever you want it to be. Now is the time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What passions have you left behind? What dreams are still waiting to be pursued? You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, because that moment is right now. Embrace the change, embrace the possibility, and choose to live authentically. The best chapters of your life may be the ones you write next. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel for more reflections and inspiration. Share your thoughts in the comments. What changes are you ready to make? What steps will you take to live the life you truly want? Your journey is unique, and by sharing it, we can all inspire each other to make the most of the time we have left. Thank you for being here. Let's start rewriting our stories today.